What is up, guys? Again, Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we are taking a look at a, I guess, new grind, silver breakdown, if you will, but this one was a little bit different than what we've done in the past. So we were farming the former field boss, Katzvariak. I don't know if you still count him as a field boss now. What's happened is they changed him from having, spawn windows and that sort of thing to being a multiple person supposed to kill type field boss. They changed him to be a single player kill boss that now spawns somewhat randomly based on while you're grinding at Shira Ruins. So what happens is while you're out at Shira Ruins killing mobs, there's a very, very small chance that they drop this special little item, and the second that you pick it up, it will spawn Katzvariak. You'll get a message across the top of your screen that he spawns. From the time that he spawns, you have, I believe it's 2 minutes to go ahead and head over to where he is and engage him. You can die from him if you want, but he pops up right over here. You'll see it light up on your map. It actually brings a giant pillar of light thing right here, and you can still come back. You have 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes from the time he spawns to kill him, but he dies pretty quickly if you're your decent amount of AP. 200-ish AP Kudum is plenty to get the job done for him. Obviously my AP, he just completely melts very, very, very fast. So with the changes of that, I wanted to see what kind of drops you could expect from him, what his loot table was kind of like, and also how often you can expect him to spawn. It actually ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So initially in my head I was like, you know what, I'll get 20 spawns of this guy and then record it, and I didn't quite make it to 20 before. I had enough of it because it's kind of sporadic. So with that being said, let me pull up the sheet. Let's take a look, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So here we've got our sheet. I had 11 spawns with a total time at 588 minutes, so almost about 10 hours, a little bit short of 10 hours worth of time doing this. Shira Ruins itself is not an amazing grind zone. It's decent, but it's not amazing with what you get in there. I mean, ruin rings do exist out of here since it's Dregan area. This was originally the only place that had the ruin ring drop. It was later added to the Bloodwolf settlement as well. I slowly I had it level 10 note at this at one point when I did the 20-hour grind for Shira Ruins some time ago. I had de-leveled it and then re-leveled it while I was here, but again, I was just kind of hitting a point where it was like I couldn't believe how slowly the thing was actually spawning. Worst one being over 2 hours before I had a spawn for the fourth one here. Or excuse me, this is 10 total kills. Sorry, not 11, 10 total kills, but the third one being at 126 minutes. And right around then I was like, okay, this is I was expecting a little bit better than that. As far as raw money, obviously you can see he doesn't give amazing stuff. You do have a chance. I got 2 ruins rings out of 10 spawns on it, which was the only like good chunk of money. And there was a Whom drop at one point. And then I did get 1 Gervish as well and 1 Akum armor piece. So not super amazing. He does drop a decent amount of trash, right around 40-ish trash there. He gives you a nice little chunk of black energy residue if you're pursuing Dragon Slayer, although that's not necessarily the best route now that Dandelion's been changed with the bonus stats. Always drops some black stones and dust as well. He has an okay chance to drop Kaffir's. One time got 2. It seemed kind of 50-50, but again, with only 10 spawns, it's a little bit difficult to draw straight conclusions, from these drops, since you'd ideally want, several more spawns of this kind of thing to actually get an idea from it. And then fossil, dragon scale fossils, and Garmoths, I got every single time. Drop. So your only real variables, at least what I saw in those 10 spawns, was your Kaffir stones, the ruins, Akum, Whom, and Gervish crystals. Everything else was pretty much guaranteed that they would drop. It was just a matter of how many. I never got more than 1 Garmoth scale with it. So that was that. As far as the total amount, killing this thing in 10 times, I got a total of 170 mil in 10 spawns, and that was again in 10 hours, which is pretty pitiful. And then while grinding Shira Ruins, it was probably, I wasn't logging it since I'd already done the 20-hour grind video, but it was probably around an average of 30 to 40 mil, something like that. Nothing super amazing if you have higher AP, but not completely terrible, if you're in, like I said, that 200 AP bracket. The average time for spawn was a little bit under an hour. Just of note, again, like I said, this one 126 minutes before he spawned again, but that was immediately after initial spawn being 45 minutes, and then he spawned literally 3 minutes after that initial spawn, which is kind of crazy. And then right after the shortest one, I then got the longest amount of time, and then it stayed kind of steady from there and gave us that almost 1 hour average to see a spawn. So is it worth spending time strictly just farming for this guy to spawn? Absolutely not. If you're already in Shira Ruins, or maybe you want to make a little bit of money there, you like the zone, It does have Marnie stones if you're leveling, something like that. This is definitely an added bonus, and I just like that they did make use of Katzvariak, because when it was a field boss, I don't think I ever saw it die other than like the first couple days that Drigan came out while people were trying it. It just wasn't of interest to hardly anyone at the time. It was just not worth it, as you can see. Obviously, he had a little bit better drop table when he was a straight up field boss and not this random spawn type, but you know, things change over time. So there's that one for you. That is it for this round. The next 20-hour grind is probably going to be Gahaz, which I'll probably be doing with Guardian once we get Awakening released. I'll go ahead and pump the 20 hours in and get that one out, since I haven't done one before, just because we kind of know that spot is really solid anyways, but I'd like to get some data on that, so that'll be the next one coming up. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get notifications when new videos do go live. And if you want to check out the previous Shira Ruins video or any of the other Silver Breakdown guides, I always link the Silver Breakdowns playlist in the description down below, so you can jump through there and check out any of the other ones, including, like I said, the Shira Ruins as well. That one was done about a year ago from now, so there haven't been too many crazy changes, but obviously price fluctuation is going to be an impact on that video, but it still holds up today if you want to check that one out. Anyways, with that said, that is going to be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.